This spring, I went to Japan to connect with musicians in its old time and bluegrass scenes. My focal point was a newer day-long gathering called Sea Mountain. Sea Mountain runs annually at the end of April in Shibuya, outside of Kobe. The whole thing takes place in the Guggenheim, an old building built over 100 years ago, thought to be designed by English architect Alexander Nelson Hansel. This year's event marks its 7th consecutive year. I don't speak Japanese, but it turns out that the scene is very active on Facebook in English, but I was able to get in touch with extremely welcoming and enthusiastic musicians who put me in touch with Sea Mountain's organizers, and who also ensured that I would have a place to stay pretty much the whole time I was in Japan, not to mention someone to jam with. Sea Mountain was started by Yuki Sasaki, who also organizes a monthly old-time jam centered around a small row of tables in a cozy restaurant not too far from Shoya Station. I've been playing Old Time and Bluegrass all around China, and we have a small but growing scene here. I had heard that Japan had a scene going back several decades, and I wanted to see if it was drying up or growing or what. I was impressed to see not only multi-generational participation, but also a pretty open community with a wide range of backgrounds. Sea Mountain isn't the only Old Time and Bluegrass festival in Japan. In fact, according to some banjo players I met, I could come back for the whole summer and pretty much attend something each weekend non-stop. But Sea Mountain struck me as unusual and particularly inclusive. It seemed like everyone who had any connection to old time, bluegrass, roots, Celtic, and Western swing came out of the woodwork to attend. Not only were there musicians, but there were quite a lot of dancers also, and of course lots of people who came to just listen to music. Participants came from all over, because Japan's rail network connects so many cities so easily. It's only a couple hours from Kyoto, a day trip from Osaka, and not really that far from Tokyo either. According to Yuki, over the course of the single day, 300 plus people paid for tickets, making this the largest Sea Mountain yet. Guests start arriving around 9 in the morning and stay till the last performance after 7 in the evening. The whole day centers around 2 performance areas, a main stage downstairs and a smaller stage upstairs, while vendors fill the remaining nooks and crannies selling food like quiche or curry, and beverages, albums, instruments, accessories, replacement parts, custom shirts, and a range of other items. I was kindly invited to join a small group of official event staff, but almost everyone seemed to help out with setup and breakdown, looking for anything that needed to be cleaned or moved or packed. Performers were welcome to play a 15-minute set, whether professional or new bands. Attendee audiences were supportive and involved, and there was a great dynamic between those on and off stage. Over one long day, the tireless sound crew set up for 60 groups, ranging in size from solo and duets to larger 5-piece ensembles up to jams with live dancers. After such a warm welcome and a great time jamming, I'm looking forward to the festival's next year. With the global spread of old time bluegrass, Americana, or roots, or whatever you want to call it, there's an amazing opportunity for people to connect and have fun through a common repertoire of songs and tunes. And people like Yang Ye, Shi Liang, and Florian Zhang are already translating well-known English songs into Chinese. So maybe we can start with connecting the scenes of Japan, China, Southeast Asia, and Australia, since we're all more or less in the same time zone, and wherever else people like to jam and sing. The hope is that this will create opportunities for exchange, friendship, and mutual respect throughout the East and the West. Thanks for watching this video. If you're interested in attending a festival in Japan, by all means, go on Facebook and check them out. The organizers pretty much all speak English really well, so it's very easy to contact them directly. You can support the music scenes here in Japan and China by coming here and taking part. So see you in Japan at Sea Mountain next year.
And pocket change, $2 in a bill. If it had $10 more, I would sugar hill. Change, oh, they had their fight together. They put a little